Last week, Empire Magazine gave us a new tease at Fire and Ash with an art concept of Lowak on top of PAYAKAN, but there's a few details looking at this again that I discovered that I wish to discuss. Avatar Theory here, hope you're doing well and having a fantastic day, and if you want to read the article itself, which talks about PAYAKAN returning, a new female Tulkun friend, and how the visual effects supervisor talks about their reaction to the reception of PAYAKAN, then head over to the article itself in the description or the pinned comment, as I only want to focus on the image itself. Now, as I said, when I initially looked at the image, the first thing I noticed is of course Lowak on top of PAYAKAN, but there were also these birds or these creatures flying alongside him, and initially I wasn't sure if we've seen these before, but we actually saw them in the Way of Water. These are called Dorado, Verde, and it is one of many aerial creatures on Pandora, and although they have a similar body structure or features to an Ikran, they are much smaller. Now, in the scene in the Way of Water that we saw them was where Renelle found her spirit sister killed by the RDA, as in that scene we can see many of them flying around, and the sound they make is similar to that of a seagull on Earth. Now, going back to the image and specifically focusing on Lowak's face, you can see there are certain areas, especially around his cheek, which looks a little bit darker. Now, I'm not sure if this is because of the lighting and the concept art, or if this is possibly tattoos, because if you remember looking back at the concept art of Lowak in May of Empire Magazine, you can also notice a mark on the side of his face which initially looks like a scar, but now going back to this concept art, it might be a tattoo, but that is of course just speculation. Now, although he does look a little bit older in this concept art, Avatar Fire and Ash I believe does take place only a couple of months after the Way of Water. It is only in the 4th and 5th movie that we'll see him much older, and interestingly, one of the concept names for the 4th Avatar movie that was revealed was Avatar the Tulkun Rider, and in this image you can see Lowak being the Tulkun Rider, because well, he's riding on top of PAYAKAN, essentially being the Tulkun Rider. So I do wonder if they took some parts of that story and blended it with Avatar Fire and Ash, as we now know that Avatar 4 will not be called the Tulkun Rider, but we don't have an official name just yet. Keep in mind that Avatar 3 was only titled Fire and Ash last year during D23, so I can easily see a similar situation where during D23 2028 we will get the official title for the 4th Avatar movie. Other than that, there's not much else to take away from this image. It does look like it takes place during sunset because of the lighting, but as I said, not much else can be taken away. Of course, with this being concept art, I really cannot wait to see the final shot in the movie, because this looks damn good for being concept art, and with the recent CinemaCon footage, I do hope we get our first movie still sooner rather than later. But was there anything I missed from this concept art? Let me know in the comments below, and for more Avatar content, have a look at the rest of my channel. Until next time, have a fantastic day and stay safe.